Hello, this is garden update number 4 for May 25th, 2021. My little 40-inch wide by 20 feet long garden of tomatoes and peppers. I'm going to be focusing mostly on the tomatoes today. Got my midnight snacks here, still not ripe, but a fair number of tomatoes on there, so I'm pretty happy with that. This is the Norwood Meiners tomato. Got a nice stripe pattern. I think it's going to end up being yellow and orange, or orange and red. I've had a few of them and they're pretty good. This is a Verona F1 with a few small grape tomatoes on it. There's way more on that plant over there. Plenty more flowers as well, even though it was, gosh, it was 92 degrees here in Chattanooga today. And this is looking a little wilty, but 92 degrees will do that to you. I think that is the Atomic Sunset. I've only got one of those. This is a Persuasion. Should have plenty of anthocyanins. It's one of those Brad Gates tomatoes. That's a Federle paste tomato with some flowers on it. A few more there. This is a pink Oxheart. That's a monster stem. It's like an inch, maybe inch and a quarter wide right there. And a ton of tomatoes right there. A few more up here. I pruned that back. In fact, I pruned a lot of these back because there was a lot of growth on the bottom parts of the plant, so I tried to clean that all up for better airflow. This is another Persuasion plant. This is a triple crop. That is too. It's kind of leaning on the Oxheart, but it'll straighten out once it goes up the meters there. Tomatoes are mostly on the back side of those, which, speaking of, I'll use the fence for trellising on this solar flare here. As there's a couple back there that I thought I'd leave those and use the fence. And if I only get a 6 feet or so from that, that's still better than just one single line going up. Let's see, these two are Amethyst Jewel. Kind of excited to see how these look. Got a few flowers on that truss, and over here it's looking a little wilty, but again, it was 92 today, and plenty of flowers there. And back here we've got the Black Sea Man. In fact, the tomatoes are looking pretty good on that. Plenty of flowers. I think we'll have a pretty good tomato set on that, but that buddy is about 2 inches wide on the longest dimension, so excited to see how that goes. This is a mystery tomato. Looks like it's going to be a grape, or, you know, I thought at the time I planted it there was a Brad's Atomic Grape, but I don't think so because there's no striping or anything on those tomatoes. I don't really see any anthocyanin there. You know, you can kind of compare that with that. You can see definitely got more there. Well, maybe I should open that up a little bit to get more light in there. I don't know, what do you guys think? And here's another mystery tomato, but got some decent round looking tomatoes on there. This is a dark galaxy tomato plant. Looking pretty healthy. Lots of trusses on that one. This is Cosmos. This one and this one. And they both look really good. Got a few flowers on there. In the back there we have Carbon. Tons and tons of tomatoes. This truss is like outrageous, and I probably need to cut it back. All those flowers are from one truss. And then you got this truss, and then this truss, which are just amazing. That's a Federle, which is a paste type tomato. Not Federle, actually I'm not sure what that is. That is a mystery tomato as well. Kind of looks like a Federle, either that or a San Marzano. So that looks good. Tons of trusses on it. Got a sun gold. There's some other little ripe, close to ripe sun gold, almost the same color as that marigold there. And back there we've got Dr. Weiche's yellow, looking pretty good. We've got some, see back there is definitely a San Marzano. It's looking pretty good. This is a blue boar berries from Brad Gates. There are some tomatoes in there. I don't know if you can see those. So, then we've got another sun gold over here. Coming over to the mass of sunflowers. Really need to cut that back. Kind of hard to make myself do that. This is just about to open up. That's the Kismet raspberry. Looking good. And this Magnus is getting pretty close. Both of those are echinaceas or coneflowers. Everything else. This is a Shasta daisy that I planted from seed. Looking pretty good. Finally got my irrigation set up over on this side from what used to be a sprinkler head. Sage and rosemary. Got a few more pots back here. This thing is another Verona F1. Pretty well loaded down for it being a potted plant. And then got two mystery tomatoes in here. Although I think those might both be Brad Gates varieties. But man, there is a ton of flowers on those. There's my last tomato is over here. Got one right there. And tons of flowers. I'm just gonna let that one go. I'm not gonna prune it back too much. But then check out my pepper forest here. My jalapenos, that's just amazing to me the way that all those things are hanging down there. It's just beautiful every time I see it. And over here it's not much different. All right. I'll talk more about the peppers soon, maybe tomorrow. In the meantime, you guys have a good night. Goodbye from Chattanooga.